Alright, ready. Welcome to POC with BVG. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made that light. Let's get to some of the basics of what you're going to need. Right, let's get started. So we're back from getting some extra supplies. Let's take a look at what we got. First off, we got some matte black spray paint. This is for the actual frame of the light so that it doesn't reflect any unwanted light, and it's within my top 12 favorite colors. We also got some satin white. This is for Tammy to do any decorative touches and decals that we know she's going to want to do. We got 2 of these stands. These are usually for bicycles or something like that. We're going to attach these to the back of the light stand if we want it to stand on the floor or on a table or something like that. And we also made this mock-up bracket to attach the light frame, which will sit here, to the tripod, which will sit here, allowing the light frame to move in any direction that the tripod would be able to. We then got this old tripod. Now we want to attach the light to this so that we can change the angle, change the height, and make it a lot more portable. Now onto the actual construction of the frame for the light. So the first thing we want to do is cut out that circle. So now we're going to see if this is going to fit. No. Oh, yes. Look at that. You totally can't see it, but it fits like a champion. So, on to stage next. We take out the light if it ever comes out, yes it does. And we need to smoothen up these edges. I'm lying to you. Let's first cut out the rest. Onto this bad boy. Welcome to the radial arm saw. A little bit dangerous, a whole lot of fun. And always remember, if you're using a blade with thickness, take that into account when doing your measurements.
Oh my God!
That's the bolt sander. It's also a little bit very loud. Can't hear anything. Can't hear myself. Okay, so after a whole lot of bolt sanding, we've made everything smooth. We also added in these handles, which is going to come in handy a little bit later. And so now over to Tams to paint it black.
Hey everyone, I hope that you're enjoying the DIY so far. I'm just popping in to help with some aesthetics. Let's go! So, you remember this bad boy? Well, now it's time to spray paint it. But before we can do any of that, I would recommend getting into an indoor area like a garage, put some newspaper down, because we don't want any dust getting into our paint. But before we can paint, we have to do some sanding, because we want the paint to stick on. We decided to go with some matte black paint. You can get this from any hardware store. We got ours from Macro. We decided to get black because we don't want the light reflecting off of what we are doing. We also then decided to get some white to add any aesthetic elements that we would want. This is satin white. Then for you girls who don't want to get paint all over your nails like me, you can use some latex gloves, which I just got from Clip. Before any of this can work, we need to make some holes.
So I've already drawn out and marked everything up. We take an old piece of wood, an offcut to drill into, and here we go. Tammy asked me to design some sort of stencil for the decal that she wants to do, so I'm gonna take you through it. So first of all, we measured out the size of the space that we have, and it's 300 millimeters long by 50 millimeters high. So I'm creating a new project in Photoshop, and I'm gonna call this light decals. So this is the size we have. Now we create some text, and she wants it to say Byron and Tammy. But obviously we need to cut this out to paint it on, so we need some sort of stencil font. Here we go. Stencil, cool. I think we can make it a little bit bigger. That's too big. There we go, that's alright. And we're going to move this into the center. And we're going to give her a frame to cut it out with, so I'm going to just create a square with, I'm going to take away the fill, no fill, and I'm going to give it a border. Let's make it a black border. Doesn't need to be that thick. That seems fine. Alright, we can make it a little bigger on the right hand side. Alright, that seems cool. So she's going to be able to cut all of the black out, stick this on as a stencil, and paint this on. So we need some sort of cardboard. We don't really have cardboard, so we have this. It's the back of a colored paper ream. And we're going to print it onto here and then give her 3 hours to cut everything out. Tammy! How's the cutting going? You haven't even started.
You gave me a hard job, bro.
You haven't even started.
You gave me a hard job.
You haven't even started.
Yeah. Without even making.
Yeah, where are you going?
Yeah. Can I cut?
Cut, bro, if you want to cut.
Cut you.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh, I cut this one.
While Tammy takes a while to cut out that stencil, let's get to the wiring of the light. We have the light panel itself. We then have the plug, which I've already opened up, and the cable, which I've already stripped. We then have the switch, which I've opened up already. Obviously there's our 10-meter cabling. I cut out a section of the cable so that we can put it into the switch. I'll get to that when we do it. Then I've got my chocolate block connector there, which I've still got to cut up, and the transformer. And obviously I've got just a few tools that I'll be needing to do this. Let's begin with the plug. As I said, I've already stripped the cable. When wiring a plug, I like to fold the cable in half to make it thicker so that it won't pull out whenever there's pressure put on it, which you should try to avoid. Now, when wiring a switch, the cable that we usually break is the live cable, which in this case will be the brown one. So we need to cut this in half. Then strip it on either end. I ended up changing switches because that one was a little bit weaker than this one, and it actually broke in the process. It's a toss-up between getting cheaper stuff versus good quality. This one is, of course, better quality. So similar situation, always break the live, and I've already put the grommets on to seal the onto these. Now we're going to take our chocolate block connector. We only need 2 of these, so I'm going to cut the rest off with my hacksaw. See if it works. So I'm done wiring the light. How far are you?
I'm halfway done.
Huh.
It's harder than I thought it would be. It takes patience.
That's why you're doing it.
This is why you should be doing it.
That makes no sense. I just got this back from Tammy, and you can see she did quite a dope job of it. And it has taken a little bit of time to wait for the paint to dry, as you can see. Maybe you can't see, I don't know. I'm talking about the color of the light of the day, so it's like late now. Anyway, we're going to put all of this together. So the first step will be putting this light in. So what I did is I laid down a piece of plastic here because I don't want to damage the light when we put it in. It does come with its own hooks, but I don't trust them, so we're going to hot glue that. And then I decided we're going to hot glue everything. So before we lose all of our lights, let's go for it. So it has been completed, and here we have it. Here we have our brace, which attaches it to the tripod so it can move in any direction at once, including horizontal, which is why we'll be using it on the tripod most of the time. We just hook the cable on there while it's on the tripod, or else we'll use these to stand it on the ground, stand it on a table, or flip it over and hook it onto a wall or a door or something like that. I'll show you clips of us using it in all the different places. Then we've attached the switch here, which you've seen earlier, the transformer, and the light. It's quite strong, it's not going to go anywhere, and yeah, let's check how it works. And now this is if we're doing something sinister. Now this is if we're doing something sinister. So I've got a hacksaw to cut the wires, which is clearly the wrong tool. Alright, so I've got a hacksaw to cut the wires, which is obviously the wrong tool. But this is the right tool. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, queries, questions and queries can kind of be the same thing. Anyway, if you have anything to say, comment below. And you have to subscribe as stipulated, as I never stipulated in the beginning of the video, but it is part of the terms and conditions of watching this. So either unwatch it, which is impossible, or subscribe and like and comment. Feel free to share and be a champion. Well, I hope you liked it.